Red Lipstick. So today I'm going to be doing a review of the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And this is not actually a first impression kind of video because I have worn this a couple times before. And I really just wanted to kind of do a review and let you know what I think about it, because actually this is one of my new favorite drugstore foundations. This foundation, it says on it, L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation, Demi Matte Finish, Air Light, Oil Free. So this is one of those foundations that are going to be really great full coverage for people who are looking to cover a lot of facial imperfections. So this is not a light foundation or a kind of foundation that you want to get if you really don't need foundation or really don't need to cover a lot of imperfections on your face or a lot of redness. This definitely isn't for you. This is for my girls out there who have a lot of facial redness and need to cover things. Like I personally have obviously redness on my face, pimple marks and scarring, things like that. So I like a full coverage foundation unless my face is very tame, which isn't very often. But so this is a really great, it's a demi matte finish. And what that means is it's actually not completely matte. It's still gonna have that lovely kind of satiny finish that makes you look very healthy and very kind of glowy without being completely like blank matte face. It's a very, very pretty healthy kind of look. On the back it says, let's see, it says Demi Matte Semi Matte, which I just explained, 24-hour foundation. I don't know who needs 24-hour coverage, but to each their own. The coverage, it says, is medium. I do think it's kind of a medium to high because this actually builds up really, really well. And it says the texture is air light texture, which is true. It's not one of those foundations that you're gonna put on and it feels just heavy, like you're wearing a ton of makeup. It feels very light and natural, and it just looks like you have beautiful skin when you're done putting it on. So I am gonna do a demonstration of this. The color that I do have here is 101 Classic Ivory. I wonder if they make a 100. I might have to look online and check that out, and I'll put it up here. Their different shade range, how many shades that they have, and what their lightest and like darkest color is. I'll put that information up here. But I was gonna say, because Classic Ivory, this one here is actually just slightly too dark for me. But I can pull it off most of the time if I kind of bring it down my neck. Not a big deal. So yeah, I can't say enough good stuff about this. It's a really, really affordable drugstore foundation, and I will put the price of it right up here. And as you guys know, my goal here is to provide you guys with really great quality drugstore products that are worth money and that you're not going to waste money on. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on and all that. First, I'm going to apply a primer. I love primers. It just helps your makeup stay all day. This one in particular is a silicone-based primer. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. e.l.f. is an extremely affordable drugstore brand. This primer here is about $6, which is one of their most pricey items. Everything usually runs around $1 to $3. So this is a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. I have had this for a long time. Honestly, I don't know. It's almost gone at this point, so I honestly don't even know how old it is. But this is their Mineral Infused Face Primer. It's one of my favorite silicone-based primers ever, including high-end ones. And what it looks like is it comes out in this clear, obviously like silicone gel type of thing. And what this does is when you put it on your face, it fills in your large pores on your face. So if you do have pores like I do, it fills them in. So I like to put this, today I'm just gonna pretty much put it everywhere because I did recently do a pore refining kind of mask. So my pores are very open, I guess, because they've just been flushed of like dirt and stuff. So that's why my face is so red today too. So that's why I'm gonna use this, and I'm just gonna kind of put it all over. Okay, so actually first before I go on, I do want to apologize for my eyebrows. They really need to be threaded and I'm going tomorrow, so just ignore those, please. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start applying the foundation. And today I'm going to apply it with a damp Real Technique sponge. And this actually is my new favorite applicator to put makeup on. I love the Beauty Blender, but dare I say it, I find this better. And it's cheaper. This cost me about $5.99, I believe, and the Beauty Blender is $19.99. So really excited about that. I just like the way it applies better, and it gets way thicker than the Beauty Blender, which I like. And it has this great like flat surface to apply to large surface areas of your face. And the Beauty Blender just kind of lacks that. You kind of have to use this. It has a very similar shape like this, and you really just kind of have to use that. I don't like that as much, but anyway, so I am going to take the foundation, and I always apply it on the back of my hand. It's just what I've always done. And then I dip the Beauty Blender in it, and let's go ahead and apply. And if you've ever noticed, the way that I apply foundation is that I stipple it in my skin. I kind of apply it with the Beauty Blender first, put it on the areas that I want it, and then I push it into my skin. Because what that does is ensures that it stays where you put it. It kind of fills in those pores and completely covers the areas that need coverage. When you swipe like this, you're kind of just wiping off the foundation around that area that you just put on. Also, you may notice that I do my eyelids because I have very, very red and purple eyelids. I also apologize because I noticed when I film, or when I edit my videos, I say a lot, and that's obnoxious, and I'm sorry. I also tend to make that kind of noise because I have like this issue where I'm so afraid that I'm gonna have stuff on my teeth that I'm constantly like checking that I don't. I filmed a video before, it was one of my hits and shits videos, that I had purple lipstick on my teeth. And yeah, just not a good look, not a good look. But I know that noise is probably obnoxious. So far this is one coat of this stuff, and I have not gone down my neck yet, and it's looking really good. I do have freckles, if you've noticed, and there's an right there. I do have freckles, if you've noticed, and this does a really great job of covering redness, but leaving my freckles kind of naturally out there. I know there are some people who do have freckles and don't like them. To each their own. I personally, there's an again. I personally love my freckles, and I really like foundations that don't completely cover them up. So what I'm doing now is I'm just applying the foundation to the areas that I need more coverage, which is pretty much my T-zone, this area here. I get a lot of redness around my nose. In between my eyebrows is where my pitting is, and then on my chin is where I break out. And I had this weird like random breakout right above my eyebrow here. Oh, those veiny eyelids. So with this foundation, just gonna make sure I take it down my neck a little bit. This I do kind of wipe down here because I'm not looking to cover my neck. I'm just kind of looking for a natural gradient of color to go down my neck, so it looks a little bit more natural. Oh, my eyebrows are bad. Girl, fix those. Alright, so I just got the foundation in my hair. That's beautiful. Let's look at that. That's pretty. So I'm just gonna pull my hair back now like I meant to before because I just got foundation in it. So that essentially is really just one layer of this foundation all over my skin, except for where I doubled up in kind of the T-zone area. And you can see that the finish is just beautiful. It's full coverage without being too full coverage that my freckles don't show. Okay, so I am going to actually apply a concealer just to cover up these areas that are a little bit too red yet. And the one that I'm using today is the Physicians Formula Full Coverage Concealer. And this is called the Gentle Cover Concealer Stick, and it's in light N4. And it's just one of those like lipstick tube concealers. And what I love about it is it's just really, really thick. And it covers up these areas like this. I'm really sorry to those people that are concerned about sanitary type of things. I really should be using a brush. I know that. And then I'm actually just gonna apply it right under my eyes here, where I do have bags, and then on my eyelid too. I really like to use a concealer on my eyelids just because of that redness, like I said, and then I always put it right here in between my eyes because I do get a lot of purpleness right in there. And then I'm just going to use my beauty blender to blend that in. And I've noticed when I put this on kind of around my eye area, it really does kind of lighten them and brighten them up. So hopefully you can see that. It doesn't completely, it doesn't look totally thick, but it just kind of provides a nice amount of coverage so they don't look quite as purple or red. Okay, so the next step that I would do is I would just kind of cover my face in a powder, and today I'm using another Physicians Formula product, and that is their Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Face Powder in Translucent. This is not translucent, that is a lie. For us extremely pale people, if you have really pale skin, you know that when people say translucent, you really gotta make sure it's translucent. And I broke this packaging. I find that Physicians Formula has really flimsy packaging, but they have some great products. Anyway, so I was saying, us people with really pale skin, you really gotta make sure it is translucent. This is not, and obviously I knew that when I bought it. It does have a little bit of darker tones and then the lighter tones in here, so it does come off as a little bit kind of ivory, darker than porcelain obviously. And that's okay because this foundation that I'm using is a little bit darker. So I just use I'm using the e.l.f. Kabuki face brush today with a giant hair of mine in it. And I'm just gonna put this powder all over my face. And I'm gonna apply it the same way that I do with the beauty blender and applying foundation. I stipple it on so that it really adheres to that foundation, makes it stick on there. You're not swiping and removing any foundation. This really kind of trying to matte out the face and make it lawn wearing. And there we go. I am so impressed with this foundation. I think it's really beautiful. It's full coverage, but still allowing my freckles to come through. So I guess they are right. It's kind of medium coverage. It is buildable, medium to buildable. You definitely will need concealer for areas that are really red, like I showed you. The two areas that I concealed really do need to conceal those regardless. I don't think that there is a foundation that I don't use concealer with other than the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. But this is really, really beautiful, and I absolutely love this concealer so much. I mean, look how great it made my eyelids look. My eyelids were so veiny, and they're very red and very purple, and this is great stuff. I'm so impressed with this. I love it as like an eyelid primer kind of concealer. So, yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that this made you want to buy this product. It's a really great one. I'm not sponsored by L'Oreal at all to make this video. Nobody knows who I am. Come on. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday, and sometimes a random one in there, usually on Wednesday. And thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.